Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We take a look at your President's Day weekend forecast, which includes the wrap-up of our storm that happened overnight, which is kind of in process of happening by the time you watch this video. It's likely that we're just a few flurries left over after what was kind of a wild, windy, and wet night. Definitely had some issues, primarily with wind and a few power outages. A lot of the town that I live in has no power. I am fortunate here to have some power. But anyways, hope if you have power outage, hopefully you get it back soon. Conditions should be improving with that. And the power outage numbers didn't look so huge. It looks like, I would guess, by the end of the day, probably even by noon, most people have power back. So some impact, not massive impact, but definitely a windy night. Going to be a lot of branches down in the yard and things like that after all the wind that we saw in the rain last night. In terms of what's happening here, you can see that our last little bit of rain is moving through and temperatures are dropping fast behind this last kind of front here as the cold front really moves through. Temperatures in northern Rutland County currently in the upper 20s, while some parts of southeastern Windham County still upper 50s, close to 60. So so a huge temperature range. That'll be evening itself out. We'll all fall back into the 20s and eventually teens today. You can see we do have some light snow and snow flurries out to our west. This will swing through. These will diminish in coverage, but we could see a few flurries as we head throughout the day today. But really, no big deal. Clouds, we'll probably see a few breaks of sun as well as we head towards the afternoon. And the winds will still be brisk, but will diminish as we head throughout the day. In terms of satellite for the rest of the weekend, this storm is going to head out to sea or out north to our northeast. Here's the beginnings of a clipper system, or actually kind of here is our clipper system that is going to head through our area tomorrow afternoon into the evening. Going to bring some snow showers and squalls. Could be an inch, maybe even 2 inches of snow. 3 inches wouldn't be shocking for ski areas. So a little bit of snow out of this storm. And we'll talk about details with that in a second. And then behind that, again, we have a cool day as we usher in some colder air. Or once again, we start to develop a system to our south and our west that will start to pump warm air in our direction on Monday, and then the storm will come on Tuesday. We're not going to talk about the storm on Tuesday quite yet. A lot of details to work out. It looks wet and perhaps with some mixed precipitation at the moment, but we'll have to see. I'll have a video probably on Sunday afternoon is my guess on that, just to give you an idea of what's going to happen. But a couple days still before we get too close enough to really suss out the details on the Tuesday storm. So in terms of what's happening with our clipper system, here it is. It's a quick mover. It's also well detached, way too far away from the Atlantic. Not slow enough moving, not enough of a dip and then a rise back up to really tapping the Atlantic moisture, way too far north for the Gulf to get involved. So it's a dry system, but it does have quite a bit of energy with it, which is why it will produce some off and on snow showers and squalls tomorrow that could be enough to briefly cause roads to get slippery, so something to keep an eye on. As the system heads in our direction, you can see it kind of heads towards us, and by Saturday afternoon, the front is approaching us. The front will kind of swing through early evening on Saturday, and that'll bring an end to any precipitation. Most of the precipitation is out ahead of the front. This kind of front can bring snow squalls. Just to be aware, when you're driving, that can actually be some of the trickiest travel briefly, right? On the fire department, we get a lot of calls a lot of times when these fronts kind of move through because people don't expect that they're going to go from dry pavement and nothing going on to all of a sudden you can't see anything and the road is covered in snow, and then it goes back to nothing going on within a half an hour or so. So if you're driving on Saturday afternoon, just be aware that you might encounter that kind of snow. If you do, you need to either slow way down and kind of take it easy, or just be prepared to do that. Or if you're a little uncomfortable with how the driving conditions are getting at that time, just pull over. It'll be over quickly. So this isn't like a storm where it's going to snow for 10 straight hours. It's going to be half hour, 15-minute increments. Might get 2 or 3 of them to roll through during the day. Probably 1 or 2 of them will be stronger than the others, but then they'll add up to a little bit of snow accumulation, but it shouldn't really cause, it's not a long-lasting event. But if you happen to be driving while it's coming down hard, it can get sketchy real quick. So just be aware of that. Be careful if you're out there driving. If you're skiing tomorrow, it's great to ski in that kind of stuff. You'll quickly be adding snow. It'll look beautiful. So tomorrow afternoon is a good day to be out there skiing, and it should help with just enough fresh cover to continue to make Sunday a really nice ski day. Let's get to the forecast proper. Anything that comes through precipitation-wise after this round of rain now will change over to flurries, and there won't be that much of that for today. Most of the flurries end by probably 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think we'll see any accumulation, and the roads are just fine. We're in the mid-30s now, sort of on average, although, like I said, the temperature range over southern Vermont goes from the upper 20s to upper 50s. We will all crash back down into the 20s by noonish today, and then fall throughout the afternoon into the upper teens, and then continue kind of falling slowly overnight as we end up in the low teens tonight. Tomorrow, we recover temperature-wise back up into the upper 20s, kind of a typical mid-February day. Light snow, like I said, 1 to 2 inches, maybe 3 inches for the ski areas. A lot of us will see at least a coating of snow out of this. And some of those snow squalls could linger into the early evening. I think everybody's done by about 8 o'clock on Saturday night, but could see them as late as 8 o'clock. Sunday is a dry day. Mostly sunny. Could be a few high clouds around, but mostly sunny. A little bit breezy maybe in the morning, but pretty nice overall. Wind should diminish quickly on Sunday. Great ski day. One of the best ski days we see all winter probably. With a little bit of fresh snow and temperatures in the kind of ideal for ski conditions range. Should be really nice on Sunday. We cool off, but not actually that much on Sunday night as we head into Monday as the winds turn around to the southwest. And Monday's actually a really good ski day as well. 42, that's more in the valleys. Ski areas will probably be in the mid-30s, so not really warm enough to get mushy. Really good conditions for for President's Day itself. A nice day to get out there and ski if you get a chance to do that. And then we're cloudy overnight on Monday into Tuesday with temperatures in the low 30s, it looks like. And we'll have to see what happens on Tuesday, how much of that precipitation will be frozen, how much of it will be wet, if any of it will be snow. Like I said, I'll be back on Sunday probably with an updated look at that forecast, as I think it's still a couple days before we can really suss it out. Also looks like potential for a storm. Looks, at the moment at least, looks snowy for the end of the week. So I'll be back certainly with lots of information about that as we go through the week. Tuesday morning, I'll be here with your work week forecast. Since it's a long weekend, I won't do the forecast on Monday. It'll be Tuesday, just to give you an idea of the schedule. And I'm sure I'll be around quite a bit with some updates on things as we're going to see some impactful weather over the next week or so. Quick look at your outdoor activities forecast. Today's a tough day to ski with the recovery. It's just going to be rough out there today. So unless you really feel like you want to get out and do a couple of runs, probably a good day to keep the skis inside. Not a bad day for a walk or something like that if you're on pavement, but dirt roads are going to be mushy still. Tomorrow's a great day. Sunday's a great day to ski. And then Monday, actually, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all really good days to ski. So my encouragement would be to get out there and try to enjoy those. Other outdoor activities, winter activities will be great then too if you want to get out there and ice skate at one of the parks and around one of the many outdoor parks around, or if you want to get out there and cross-country ski, that kind of thing. Good days to do that, or even just get outside, go for a walk. Good weekend for that for the most part after today. In terms of schedule, talked about it. I'll be back on Tuesday with a look at the work week forecast. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I'd encourage you to do so. Helps make sure that you don't miss any of these videos. And also, if you want to become a patron, if you want to get the videos emailed to you, that's one of my Patreon options. So you can become a patron for that. Just to make sure that you don't miss anything if you don't want to go searching for it at any time. And just also thank you and shout out to my patrons who help support what I do here and help increase the frequency and the quality of these forecasts.